Unit 1. A Great Summer. Lesson 1. Vacation Activities. Page 5. Exercise 3. Read and listen to Omar's blog post. Which activity from exercise 1 does he mention? How does he feel about it?
Hi, I'm Omar. This summer was great. I played football every day. At first, I played with some of my neighbors. Our street is quiet and very safe. We had a lot of fun, and we liked to imagine that we were famous football players. Then, a new boy joined in. He told me about a football club in our area. One afternoon, I decided to go to the club. There were lots of boys playing in 2 teams, and I watched them for a while. Then the coach saw me and asked if I played football too. "Do you want to try playing with the team?" he asked. Of course I did. The coach watched me kick the ball and said I was a talented football player. He asked me to join the team. For the next 6 weeks, I played with my neighbors in the morning, and then with the team at the football club in the afternoon. It was very tiring, but really fun. At the end of the summer, we took part in a tournament. I was nervous about it, but excited. I tried my best and scored 3 goals. Our team won the tournament. It was an amazing end to the summer.
Lesson 2. A Helping Hand. Page 6. Exercise 1. Read and listen to forum posts about summer vacation activities. Match the activities, 1 to 3, to the posts A to C. A.
I noticed that there were too many empty cans and chocolate bar wrappers on the streets in our city. Last summer, I decided to do something about it. I didn't want to wait for the adults to clean up our streets. I made some posters to ask young people to join my group. 4 people came to our first meeting. We picked up litter from one part of the city, put it in bags, and took it to the recycling centre. The week after that, 8 people came, and then, after that, there were 12 of us. The group grew and grew over the vacation, and now it has 24 members. Elsa, Salzburg, Austria.
B.
Last summer, I did something really fun. I took part in a project where young people write stories using AI. Because computers write them, we had to check to make sure that there were no mistakes in them. Before I started, I didn't know that AI can write really good stories. You imagine that only people can write stories, but AI can give a helping hand. Most of the stories I read were fine, but sometimes I found something strange in them. For example, there was one story where the sun never sets. Of course, that's not possible, so I changed that part of the story. Leon, Manchester, UK.
C.
2 months ago, I started helping out at a project in my city. In this project, young people like me help adults who can't read and write Arabic. My partner was Mrs. Azza, and she was very nice. First, we looked at the alphabet together. I said the sound for each letter, and Mrs. Azza repeated it. Sometimes she nearly gave up. But then I said things like, "You're doing really well. Don't stop now." It was fun to be a teacher instead of a student, especially when I asked her, "Did you do your homework this week?" Or, "What did you learn yesterday?" It was great to help Mrs. Azza learn something new. Gamila, Luxor, Egypt.
Lesson 3. Ancient Buildings. Page 8. Exercise 3. Listen to the dialogue. Mariam visited the temple of Idfu in the summer vacation. Tick the problems at the temple that she mentions.
What did you do in the summer holiday, Mariam? I visited my aunt and uncle in Idfu. It's near to Aswan, and there's a beautiful temple there. Oh, yeah. It's an ancient temple, isn't it? Yes, and it tells us a lot about what life was like in ancient Egypt, so it's a special place. Unfortunately, there are some problems at the Temple of Idfu. The weather in Egypt is bad for the stone walls. The wind and sand very slowly cut the stone away. That's a shame. Do lots of tourists come to the temple? Yes, and all those people's feet are bad for the stone too. Is anyone doing anything to protect the building? Yes, volunteers work on the buildings. Some of them are students like us who help in their summer holidays. They can stop these bad effects on some buildings, but there isn't enough time or people to help all the buildings at the same time. That's a pity. And the buildings are so old, aren't they? Yes, because they're very old, they need lots of care and repairs.
Lesson 4. Summer Well Spent. Page 10. Exercise 2. Listen and choose 2 words to describe Eunice.
So, Eunice, what's your answer to the first question? Did you help other people in the summer vacation?
Yes, of course I did. I helped out at my parents' cafe. I cleaned the dishes and cleaned the floor in the cafe at the end of the day. I often went to other shops to buy things that my parents needed too. I would say I often helped my family and friends in the summer holiday.
Great. So you helped your family and you learned how to work in a cafe.
Yes, that's right.
How about sports? How often did you do sports?
Every day, I think. I always did sports in the summer holidays. I love playing football with my friends near my building.
So you were active in the holidays?
Yes, definitely.
The next question is, how often did you do something to help your community?
I often volunteered to help at a project in my community. People walk around the streets, collect litter, and recycle it. Then our streets are cleaner and we can use the paper and plastic again.
Sounds great. Can I join in too? I never did anything in my community in the holidays, but I want to start helping out.
Of course, Bessel.
The last question is, did you learn anything interesting online this summer? How often did you go online?
I sometimes went online at home in the evening. I was usually tired in the evening, but sometimes I watched some videos about how to make videos with a phone and how to edit the videos so they look good.
That sounds useful.
Yes, I want to give it a try myself now.
Lesson 5. Literature. Page 12. Exercise 2. Read and listen to the story. Check your answers to Exercise 1.
A Rising Star. When Hana Guda first picked up a table tennis bat at the age of 4, her talent for the sport quickly became clear. However, there was a problem. The table was too high for her. "What can we do?" her coaches asked, seeing how much she wanted to play. In the end, they made the legs shorter so that the table was lower. Since then, Hana has improved year after year, and the table tennis world has been amazed by her speed and focus. Born on the 12th of December 2007, Hana became Egypt's youngest ever national champion in 2019 at the age of 12. Just 1 year later, she came top of the ITTF, International Table Tennis Federation, under 15 women's world rankings, the first African and Arab player to do so. Then, in 2022, she won a top award at the ITTF African Cup in Lagos. What an achievement! Hana was also chosen by the United Nations to take part in Shabab Balad, a project in Egypt to help young people learn and connect in the world of work. Hana was also chosen by the United Nations to take part in Shabab Beled, a project in Egypt to help young people learn and connect in the world of work. Although Hana is still much younger than many of her opponents, she works just as hard and has as much fun as any older player. She has also spoken about how important it is for her to take things step by step, always learning and trying hard to achieve her victories. Hana really enjoys practicing for long hours every day, even if it is hard work. She is showing young people in Egypt that not only is it possible to make your dreams come true, but you can enjoy the journey.